Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, Mzansi, if I could be president, I would rate it International Eat What You Want Day every day. But I am president of this kitchen, so that is exactly what we're celebrating as we do anticipate it tomorrow. Now, helping me do so and whip up the menu for the celebrations is Chef Dumi.
Yes, my darling.
Girl, you've got something special now coming up again, more special.
Because you know me and my sweet tooth. Is it really an Afternoon Express show without something sweet in Yana?
Definitely not. I mean, Sipho, you are a musical guest, but you're also helping us in the kitchen today. Do you have much of a sweet tooth?
I'm the ultimate sweet tooth, yes.
Okay.
Yes, everything needs to have a cheat meal or something sweet at the end. So definitely, this is where I thrive.
Okay, well, let's see if he gives this a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Now, what better way to celebrate International Eat What You Want Day than with a decadent cake? We're bringing you this lip-smacking Granadilla cake, which will definitely leave you wanting more. Baked with clover fruits of the forest dairy snack, this cake will add an extra zing to your day.
Ooh, I can already taste it. We haven't finished it yet, but I can really taste it. I don't know how much of a fan of Granadilla you are.
I love it, yeah.
You do?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, then you're going to love this cake because it's got those flavors of Granadilla in it. But I'm on the cake base. I'm on the cake station, and you're on the icing station for us.
Yes.
And because we said we're going Granadilla, I'm going to start off by actually adding our clover fruits of the forest Granadilla for you.
Okay.
So you've got some cream that you've added in here. I'm going to add a nice decadent scoop and a half of our clover fruits of the forest dairy snack. And the great thing about this, even though I know that it tastes good, which is one of the benefits of it, but it also is a great breakfast offering on its own, Jay, because you know it's got the oats, that it's got a beautiful mixture of oats, granola, and seeds. You can actually start mixing. Don't worry, you can actually start adding those ingredients together. You've got your clover fruits of the forest Granadilla. You've got your icing that you can add, as well as that vanilla. Just mix everything through, and we can get started with that icing. So, Pali, as I was talking about our clover fruits of the forest that we're adding here, it's got, like we talked about, you can eat it as a breakfast taste. You've got that real fruit in there, you've got the real cereal, and you've got that real taste, man, which makes sure even our cake is going to be decadent and tasty.
Okay. It seems as if here we're doing something interesting with this cake because before we talk about the interesting twist we're putting on it, a lot of people debate.
Yeah?
Do you call it passion fruit or do you call it Granadilla?
I mean,
or is passion fruit and Granadilla two different things?
It's the same thing. It's just that depending on where in the world you are. I mean, I think in South Africa we call it Granadilla.
Definitely Granadilla. Do you call it Granadilla or passion fruit?
Passion fruit.
Oh.
I think you need to be fancy sometimes.
rapper. He's adding different elements. Fruits, okay, well, South Africa, you let us know on social media. I definitely call it Granadilla.
Yeah.
And another thing, do you enjoy the pips of the Granadilla? Because I can see here on the cake, we celebrated the pips. I mean, seeing that kind of flowing throughout the cake.
More than anything, I think the pips are there for the aesthetics, for the look. And as much as I love the fact that we're doing this right now, it can get a bit, for some people don't want it in there. So it really is up to you. It's up to you whether you want to add it or not. I'm adding some Granadilla just into this as well. But my guy, you can actually start icing that cake for us. I wonder how your architectural skills are, but you can actually...
Let's do this. I've got an idea. What we can do is that we'll put this big bowl here. Let's create some space for you to play and enjoy. We'll use this as the base, né? I'm not going to guide you. This is going to be a test. You decorate as you see possible. Here's your second layer, your second tier.
Okay.
You can see the end product, but you are creative.
Yeah.
So that's the reference.
That's the reference.
Okay, cool.
That's the brief. You don't have to follow it directly, but let's see how much fun he can have with this and how well he can do it to me.
While he's doing that, then I'm going to continue and tell you what exactly just went into this. So I started off with that sugar, I added some eggs into it. I then went in with some of our Granadilla juice, and then I added some oil and vanilla essence. And now I'm adding again, because we want to get those flavors of the Granadilla, I'm going to be adding some of our clover fruits of the forest into this mixture as well, because we want that Granadilla flavor to pop. We don't just want it on the top, because that's another thing about cakes. When people make cakes, they may put all the filling in, all the flavor in the icing, and then the cake itself has no actual flavor. So it is important to make sure you get those flavors in there, and then just finish it all off with our flour. And this batter is enough for a 20-centimeter cake or a loaf tin. And if you want to double it up, you're more than able to do that. And then this should just basically go into the oven to bake for about 35 to 40 minutes, depending on your oven and the heat setting. It is set at 180 degrees. And bake it up. mean, some people, depending on which oven, what oven you have, it can even go as long as 50 minutes. The whole idea is if you want to check it, put a skewer into the center. If it comes out clean, then you know that your cake is done.
Let me help you, my brother. You see what you're about to do, you're going to create a mess. Because if you're going to now put icing on the second tier, how are you going to transport it from here to here? So what I would suggest is bring back the base. See, this is how you can also get the kids involved, you know?
I was about to make a mess.
You're about to make a mess. And then put the, well, I don't know, maybe we're going to do 2 separate cakes. I suppose you could do that too. But if you do want to double it up, you can go ahead and do so.
Could you help me move it, please?
You don't trust yourself?
No. I was about to make a mess.
Hey, okay, let's see. There we go.
There we go.
Okay, looking good, Bali. So I'm taking this baby into the oven now to bake for about 50 minutes at 160 degrees. And then after those 50 minutes, it should be baked. But like I said, check it with the skewer and then it should be good. You guys can continue decorating that masterpiece.
Okay, so any inspiration that you're going for? You did say that this was a reference.
Yes. I'm going for something minimalistic, you know, avant-garde in the kitchen. I'm not trying to do too much.
Nice.
Less is more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try not to spill as well.
Okay, well, as you are putting those finishing touches, I will leave you to have the taste tester because you did say you've got a sweet tooth.
Yes.
And if you want to try this recipe at home, please do head over to afternoonexpress.co.za.
Fruits of the Forest from Clover just added real cereal crunch. A symphony of fruit, oats, seeds, and granola crunch. Fruits of the Forest. Real fruit, real cereal, real taste.
Made with love by Clover.